What is up, AP Human Geo scholars? My name is Mr. Karn. If you do not know me, you're going to get to know me really quickly. It's really weird that I'm not there right now. I am so sorry for that. It's obviously really weird missing the first 2 days of school, but life is definitely interesting and it's also awesome. So part of the awesome thing in my life right now is that I am getting, well, I'm already married, but we haven't had our ceremony yet. So it's a little unconventional. Sorry for those of you that are more traditional. But me and my wife actually are already married, obviously, I wouldn't call her my wife. But we are having our ceremony back in our hometown. And we grew up in a small town, so we are actually getting married probably, pretty close to when you start watching this. So it's a pretty exciting time for me and my wife, and then our son as well. It's going to be a great time. That's why I'm not there. When we scheduled the wedding, we didn't have school, or we weren't. We were just kind of going off an old calendar. Now that they moved school back a little bit, we're stuck. So it is what it is. We're going to roll with it, and you guys are going to learn just as much as if I was there, thanks to your awesome substitute. So really, what today is I'm just going to go quickly over our course description and syllabus. A little bit about me, a little bit about the course, kind of what our expectations are, and what the AP course is about. I'm not going to read it word for word. You can do that on your own. You all have copies of this. I expect you to read it. I expect you to take notes on it. And I expect you to highlight it. If you need any of that stuff, it's in your tables. You can grab some highlighters. You can grab some pens if you need to. First couple days, maybe you're not as prepared as you would like. You need to be prepared every day. We'll get into that with materials, but please be prepared every single day. That's all I ask, and bring a great attitude, okay? Now, about AP, okay? Basically, advanced placement courses will provide you with the opportunity to earn college credit or advanced placement or even both while still in high school. Most four-year colleges and universities in the United States grant credit advanced placement or both on the basis of successful AP exam scores. So we'll get into what a successful AP exam score is. But basically, if you work your hardest and take good notes and work really, really hard throughout the year, you'll pass the AP exam, okay? Now, about AP Human Geography, okay? We talked about AP. AP Human Geo, we hear about geography and we automatically think maps. We automatically think it's kind of boring. Trust me, I was right there with you at your age. But AP Human Geography is one of the coolest classes you'll take because really what you're looking at is you're looking at economics, you're looking at culture, you're looking at politics, you're looking at how we organize our cities. You're really just looking at how we operate in the world today, and then how we also, like, as a country, how do we operate and how do we interact with each other. So it's not just about maps. Maps play a role in that, but really they're just the basis and the foundation, and then we bring up bigger trends. We bring up a lot of different things that go to that as well. Okay, so our goals this year. The goal for this course is for you, the student, to become more geo-literate, more engaged in contemporary global issues, and more informed about multicultural viewpoints. If you can do that successfully, you will be more informed than most adults in the United States and really the world today, okay? How do we do that? Well, we look at technology, we look at critical thinking, we look at text, graphic images, interpreting landscape, and we also apply geographic concepts, such as scale, region, diffusion, interdependence, and spatial interaction, among others. If you don't understand what any of that means, don't worry, you will. So a little bit about me. I'm originally from Nebraska. That's where I graduated from college, Lincoln, Nebraska. Then just this past summer, I finally finished my master's degree in educational leadership at Fort Hays State, which is in Kansas. I've taught in the past as far as my history. I started teaching high school AP Econ and Econ, so that's how I started as a teacher. Then I moved into government, and I also taught a little world history at the middle school level, which isn't in there. But currently, and I did this last year, I only taught APHUG as my job. This year I got a little, I got AP Human Geography. I got a little social studies thrown my way because I missed it too much. So on top of being the APHUG coordinator and teaching some APHUG sections, I'm also teaching you guys in AP Human Geography, which I'm super excited about to get back into social studies, okay? There on the right, you can see me and my family. We're small, but we're growing. My wife's name is Paige. My son's name is Maddox. And Maddox right now is about 8 months, so he's getting bigger. For those of you who remember me last year, you probably remember my wife not even having him. Just he was a He was a little tiny guy when you guys finally met him. So now he's getting a little bigger. He's crawling. He's got some teeth coming in. It's awesome. I love being a dad. But in my spare time, when I'm not being a dad, husband, or a teacher, I like hiking, fishing, camping, skiing, cooking, and improving physical fitness. I'm really into that. It's a fun time. I like to just try to be the best person that I can be every single day. Okay. Now I'm so excited. You have no idea how excited I am to teach you this year. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to solve problems that affect the globe. We're going to think critically, and we're also going to have fun, and we're going to do interesting lessons that'll better prepare you for your college career or just your careers in general, whatever your goals are after high school. Now, let's get into the actual course. Enough about me and everything else. So let's look at AP Human Geography and kind of what you're going to be learning this year. So big idea number one is patterns in spatial organization. How are humans organized and what patterns can you recognize? Big idea number two is impacts and interactions. So how do humans interact with each other, not only with each other, but also their environment. And then also spatial processes and societal change. So as we develop technology, as we grow as a species, how do we interact with each other, and then what are the consequences of those interactions? So materials, these are non-negotiables, okay? You need to bring these every single day. Computer and charge cord, because most of your stuff is going to be online. I will do some old school and print some things off, but very rarely. Most of your stuff is going to be online. If you miss a day because you're sick, because you have a good excuse, whatever it may be, all your stuff's going to be on Canvas and OneNote, okay? So you can access that technology on there. Please, please, please download OneDrive onto your phone or onto whatever device, tablet you have at home, so that way you can access the materials, and then please have Canvas as well. I don't think Canvas is an app, but just have it bookmarked in your browser somewhere. Just make sure that you're doing that, because we're trying to go into the 21st century, everybody. We're going to make this as advanced as we can, which allows me to save money on copies, but it also gives you way, way more interactive stuff. So that's going to be really cool for you. Now, the old school stuff, please bring a pen and pencil, a highlighter, some paper, and then also sign up for this Remind account here. So you're going to enter the number into the number tab. So if you're going to send a text message, that's the actual phone number is 81010, and then text the message at 963KKC. That's going to join you to our APHUG class. That's where I'll be interacting with you. I'll be sending out kind of just like messages real quick, nothing too long, just really short and sweet. Say, hey, don't forget this, field trip tomorrow, whatever that may be, okay? I plan on taking a field trip. That's my plan. Sometimes it doesn't work, but hopefully we get to take a field trip this year as well, okay? So expectations. These are things that I hold myself to as well. It's not just expectations to you, it's expectations to me. So the big thing is that we're going to hold ourselves and others to high standards. So don't lower the bar because you don't think that person can reach that standard, and don't lower the bar for yourself. Keep that bar high, okay? Make sure you're holding yourself to a high standard. Show respect to yourself, your peers, school, and your teacher. You guys know what's appropriate behavior. You're in high school now. Be respectful. That's all I ask. Be curious and ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions, okay? I don't want you to ever be afraid to do that, because it could be a good one. It also couldn't be a good one. It doesn't matter. If you're confused on something, ask the question, whether it be me or it be a peer, okay? Turn in quality work and turn it in on time. That's the big thing. The number one reason why kids fail is because they don't turn their work in. Turn it in. Enough said. Treat this as a college course, okay? This really is a semester college course. The content is organized as a semester college course stretched into a year, okay? So it's a little slower pace than a regular college course, but the material is the same, okay? So you're going to be getting college material, which is cool. It's going to prepare you better, but at the same time, you have to work hard, and it's not okay to fall behind. You need to catch up. And I know life happens. You're going to miss school. You're going to be sick. Okay, you're going to have family emergencies, all that good stuff. You need to communicate with me. You need to communicate with your peers to make sure you don't fall behind. And again, being online, that's an advantage. It's on Canvas, it's on OneNote, so you can stay up to date as much as you need to. Expect to fail. You're going to fail sometimes, but be okay with it and learn from it, okay? It's okay to fail, not all the time, but when we fall down, we just pick ourselves back up. Get back up and try again. It's okay, all right? Take quality notes. Take quality notes, not just in this class, every class. You need to take notes, whether it be online or it be on your paper. It doesn't matter. Keep your notes. Keep them organized. Also, use your phones for academic purposes. I'm not against phones. I love my phone. Okay, I'm not that old. I love phones, but at the same time, we have to take a break from them. They're not healthy if you're using them all the time. If you're gonna use them, I'm okay with that, but it needs to be. It needs to be for some reason. You're looking up something. Maybe you're using your Remind app, and I got different apps that we use for phones. It's okay to use them then, but it's not for Snapchat. It's not for Twitter. It's not for Facebook at the time. There's a time and place for that. It's not in class, okay? So you can wait 45, 50 minutes to do that, all right? Just resist temptation. Turn off your notifications. There's this thing called Do Not Disturb. Turn it on. It works wonders. Show ownership in all you do, okay? You own it, not anybody else, not your parents, not your friends, not your grandparents, not your brother. It doesn't really matter. Okay, show ownership in all you do. Focus on you, and that's all that matters. And then most of all, have fun. This is going to be a great class. You're going to learn a lot. In your spare time, check out these videos. You can type in the links here, or you can just look up ownership. You can look up all kinds of good stuff on there. But those are some links that kind of meet with our expectations. So these are the core skills. Again, I'm not going to read them word for word. I'm sorry, it's kind of a little blurry, but you can read it. These are the core skills that you're going to learn. There are 5, okay, through every unit. All right, so you have concepts and processes, spatial relationships, data analysis, source analysis, and scale analysis. Really, all 5 of those skills are going to help you in other classes as well. Then you have the units, okay, so this is broken down and also shows you the class periods, so how many classes we're going to take on this. The AP exam weighting, so how much of the AP exam is going to be a part of that. So if we look at, let's look at Unit 3, okay? It's going to take like 19 or 20 class periods to get through Unit 3. And then 17 at the max and 12% at the least of AP exam weighting, okay? And then you can kind of see the actual things we're going to be talking about. So I'm just giving this to you so you kind of have a copy of it so you can see what the course is all about. But we do have 7 units, okay, that we're going to get through before our exam, which is on May 5th, 2020. So 60 multiple choice questions, takes about 2 hours and 15 minutes long. It's a beast, okay, but trust me, by the time you're done with me, you'll be okay. You'll be prepared. Everything that we do right now is training for this marathon of a test, okay? It's basically a marathon. So you don't just go out and run a marathon in a day, okay? That's 26.2 miles. You're not just going to do that without some training. If you do, maybe some of you could do it, but you're going to be hurting. You'll probably get sick, all kinds of good stuff. So we need to train ourselves to get up to that. So we have some time, but it needs to be really purposeful, that time, and we can't waste any, okay? So the exam accesses content from each of the three big ideas, which we've already talked about. So how are you assessed on the exam? So you can see every skill. The most is going to be number 1, concepts and processes, and then it goes down from there. Spatial relationships is number 2, and then the analysis piece are the next 3, and you can see at 13 to 20%, okay? There is a free response section, so it's going to be all writing. Okay, you can kind of see how it's broken down there by skills. Okay, again, concepts and processes and spatial relationships being your top 2. And then exam breakdown. This is, again, it's on your unit, so you can kind of see what each unit is made of. And then there's some sample multiple choice questions here, so you can kind of see. These are going to be also similar to SAT exams, so that's why AP works well with the SAT. So if you're taking this AP course, I think you're going to be ahead of the game when it comes to the PSAT or the SAT, okay? This is a free response question. Again, you have a copy of this, so you can kind of look at it later. You can practice and see if you can get these right, okay? So if you think you can get these right, good for you. You're probably going to be successful in this class. Task verbs, these are the verbs that they're going to use. Conclusion, finally, this will be challenging. It'll be fun, interesting, engaging, and much more. But you have to put forth the effort to enjoy it. You can't slack off. Try your hardest to not fall behind. Exchange numbers with others in class in case you miss a day, and communicate with your teacher, me. Again, we are treating this as a college course, okay? So please have fun with it. We're going to have an incredible year, Steins, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday.